Hello students, welcome back to my channel Engineering Max Tadka. Today's topic is based on applications of partial differentiation. In this topic, we will see how to find maximum and minimum values for the given function. पहले वर्किंग रूल देखेंगे, उसके बाद प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व करेंगे. व्हाट इज द वर्किंग रूल? फंक्शन एफ ऑफ एक्स वाई जो दिया है उसका फर्स्ट ऑर्डर एंड सेकेंड ऑर्डर पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव्स आपको निकालना है. फर्स्ट ऑर्डर पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव कैसे लिखेंगे? डो एफ अपॉन डो एक्स. देन सेकेंड ऑर्डर पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव डो स्क्वायर एफ अपॉन डो एक्स स्क्वायर. सिमिलरली you have to calculate dou f upon dou y, dou square f upon dou y square and dou square f upon dou x dou y. This is step number 1. What is step number 2? You have to solve the equations dou f upon dou x is equal to 0 and dou f upon dou y is equal to 0. दोनों equations को simultaneously solve करना है. Then you are going to get a stationary point. Now what is the condition given for maxima and minima? RT minus S square का value हमेशा greater than 0 आना चाहिए. What is R here? R is nothing but dou square F upon dou X square. T is nothing but dou square F upon dou Y square. And S is nothing but dou square F upon dou X dou Y. Okay? Now, what is the condition for maxima minima? This particular step is very important. RT minus S square का value अगर less than 0 है तो आपको आगे नहीं बढ़ना है. RT minus S square greater than 0 है तो R का value check करना है. If R is less than 0, then the function f of x comma y will have a maximum value. In a similar way, if RT minus S square is greater than 0 and if R is greater than 0, then f of x comma y has a minimum value. R greater than 0 है तो T also will always be greater than 0. Okay? So because of this, you can check either with R or with T. Okay? Now whenever RT minus S square is less than 0, then we call the point as saddle point. Saddle point का meaning क्या है? f of xy is neither maximum nor minimum. Examination point of view, you will have to remember these 5 steps. Okay? First and second order partial derivatives निकालने के बाद dou f by dou x is equal to 0 and dou f by dou y is equal to 0 का equation solve करके stationary point आपको निकालना है. उसके बाद हर एक पॉइंट का RT माइनस एस स्क्वायर ग्रेटर देन 0 है कि नहीं आपको चेक करना है. अगर RT माइनस एस स्क्वायर ग्रेटर देन 0 है तो R का वैल्यू आपको चेक करना है. R और T वैल्यू नीड टू बी चेक. अगर R लेस देन 0 है तो फंक्शन को हमेशा मैक्सिमम वैल्यू मिलेगी. इसी तरह RT माइनस एस स्क्वायर ग्रेटर देन 0 है और R ग्रेटर देन 0 है तो फंक्शन f of x comma y will be having a minimum value. If RT minus S square is less than 0, then the point we call it as saddle point. मतलब क्या है? Function f of x comma y is neither maximum nor minimum. Now let us justify with some valid examples, students. Find the maximum and minimum values of x square plus y square plus 6x plus 12. This is the given sum. How do we solve this? First we will have to write given f of x comma y is equal to what? X square plus y square plus 6x plus 12. Now how do we proceed? पहला step क्या है? पहला step है dou f upon dou x का value निकालना है. What is dou f? What is the meaning of dou f by dou x? The function f need to be partially derivated with respect to x, treating the other variable as constant. Okay? Partial differentiation का basic concept clear करने के लिए you can just check my previous lecture, then you will understand the basic concepts thoroughly. then you can just watch this video lecture based on maximum and minimum values of the given function. ठीक है, हमेशा पार्शियल डिफरेंशिएशन में फंक्शन जो भी दिया है उसका पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू एक्स अगर निकालना है तो दूसरा वेरिएबल वाई हमेशा कांस्टेंट कंसिडर आपको करना है. ठीक है, सो डो एफ बाई डो एक्स का वैल्यू क्या है, एक्स स्क्वायर का डेरिवेटिव होता है 2x, वाई स्क्वायर कॉन्स्टेंट है इसके लिए डेरिवेटिव 0 है. 6x का डेरिवेटिव क्या है, 6 इंटू द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ x विच इज 1. ठीक है, सो 12 का डेरिवेटिव 0 है. इसी तरह डो स्क्वायर एफ बाय डो एक्स स्क्वायर का वैल्यू आपको निकालना है. व्हाट इज द डेरिवेटिव ऑफ 2x, डो स्क्वायर एफ बाय डो एक्स स्क्वायर का मीनिंग क्या है, you can write it as dou by dou x of dou f upon dou x. ठीक है, this is nothing but dou by dou x of what is dou f by dou x, 2x plus 6. ठीक है, so 2x plus 6 का डेरिवेटिव क्या है with respect to x, it is nothing but 2. Similarly, you have to calculate dou f upon dou y. What is dou f by dou y? What is the meaning of dou f by dou y? When you are taking the partial derivative of the given function f with respect to y, x is treated as constant. इसके लिए x square का डेरिवेटिव क्या होना चाहिए, x square डेरिवेटिव is 0. What is the derivative of y square? Y square डेरिवेटिव is 2y plus 6x का डेरिवेटिव कितना है, 0. क्यों, because x is constant. 12 का डेरिवेटिव again it is 0. ठीक है, सो उसके बाद नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या है, डो स्क्वायर एफ बाई डो वाई स्क्वायर का वैल्यू आपको कैलकुलेट करना है. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ डो स्क्वायर एफ बाई डो वाई स्क्वायर हियर, डो स्क्वायर एफ बाई डो वाई स्क्वायर कैन बी रिटन एज डो बाई डो वाई ऑफ डो एफ अपॉन डो वाई. ओके, सो डो बाई डो वाई ऑफ डो एफ बाई डो वाई का वैल्यू कितना आया है, 2y. इसका पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव क्या है, 2y का डेरिवेटिव निकालना है विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू y, therefore the answer is 2. Okay, so after this you have to calculate dou square f upon dou x dou y. What is the meaning of dou square f by dou x dou y? Dou by dou x of dou f by dou y. You can write like this. ठीक है, so dou by dou x of what is dou f by dou y value, you got it as 2y. Okay, so what is the derivative of 2y with respect to x? X का डेरिवेटिव अगर whenever you are going to calculate the derivative of 2y with respect to x, the answer is 0. क्योंकि derivative of 2y is nothing but y is treated as constant here. The derivative of a constant always the value is 0. Okay, so step number 1 we have already completed here. Okay, so what is the second step? Second step is what? You have to solve the equations dou f by dou x is equal to 0 and dou f by dou y is equal to 0 का equations जो है उसको solve करना है. That is nothing but your second step. Okay, so what is dou f by dou x is equal to 0 and you have to solve dou f upon dou y is equal to 0. डो एफ बाई डो वाई क्या है स्टूडेंट्स, 2x plus 6 is equal to 0 is nothing but your dou f by dou x. So let this be equation 1. And what is second equation? Second equation is nothing but 2y is equal to 0. Okay, so this is, let us consider it as second equation. Now from the first equation what we are going to get, 2x plus 6 is equal to 0, 2x is equal to minus 6 आप लिख सकते हो. So what is the value of x? X is equal to minus 6 upon 2 which is nothing but minus 3. Similarly second equation से आपको y का value मिलेगी. From the second equation what is the value of y? 2y is equal to 0 meaning y is equal to 0. Okay, so what is the stationary point? Therefore x is equal to minus 3, y is equal to 0 is the stationary point. Okay, step number 2 आपने solve कर लिया है. Okay, now What is the third step? You have to check the condition RT minus S square is equal to is greater than 0 or not. Okay. So what is R students? R का formula क्या देखा है हमने? Dou square f upon dou x square is nothing but your R. Value क्या मिला है? Dou square f by dou x square का value आया है 2. Similarly, what is the value of t? T is nothing but dou square f upon dou y square. This is nothing but what is the value of t we got? It is 2. Similarly, what is your S? S क्या है? S is nothing but dou square f upon dou x dou y. Dou square f upon dou x dou y का value कितना मिला है हमें? It is nothing but 0. Okay. Now, what we have to do? Third step क्या सीखा है हमने? Check whether RT minus S square is greater than 0 or not for the stationary point. What is the stationary point? Minus 3, 0. Okay. So, R का value है 2. So, this is nothing but 2 into what is the value of t? T is nothing but 2. Minus S square, यहाँ पे S का value है 0. Okay. So, you got the value as 4, which is what? Greater than 0. Okay. So, what is the next step? Since RT minus S square is greater than 0, we have to consider the value of say R. What is R? R is equal to 2 is greater than 0. Whenever RT minus S square is greater than 0 and R is greater than 0, the function is going to have which value? The function is going to have a minimum value. So you will be writing the function f of xy has a minimum value. Okay. So after this what you have to do? Minimum value at what point? At minus 3, 0. Therefore, you will be finding out the f min value at minus 3, 0. जो भी फंक्शन दिया है उसमें x के जगह minus 3 पुट करना है और y के जगह आपको 0 पुट करना है. Then you will be getting the answer as minus 3 the whole square plus 0 plus 6 into minus 3 plus 12. Okay, this can be simplified as 9 minus 18 plus 12 which is equal to 3. ठीक है, f min का value कितना मिला है हमें? 3 मिला है. Okay, so this is the basic problem which is based on maximum value and minimum value of the given function. Let us understand with one more example. Okay, first example आपको समझ में आया है सबको? फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल समझने के लिए पहले आपको वर्किंग रूल अच्छी तरह से याद रखना है. वंस यू रिमेंबर द वर्किंग रूल, स्टेप बाय स्टेप व्हेन यू सॉल्व द सम, इट इज़ वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू गेट द वैल्यूज. ठीक है, सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम हम लोग लेंगे. सॉल्व एक्स क्यूब प्लस 3xy स्क्वायर माइनस 3x स्क्वायर माइनस 3y स्क्वायर प्लस 7. ओके, how do we solve this sum? First step you will have to write given f of x comma y is equal to what is the given function? X cube plus 3xy square minus 3x square minus 3y square plus 7. Now you will have to, what is the first step students? Calculate dou f upon dou x. What is dou f by dou x? The derivative of x cube is nothing but 3x square plus the derivative of 3xy square with respect to x, you will be getting it as 3y square minus derivative of 3x square is nothing but 3 into 2x, which we can write it as 6x. Now what is minus 3y square derivative? It is 0. Why it is 0? Because we are taking the partial derivative with respect to x, therefore y is treated as constant. Derivative of a constant is 0. Similarly, 7 का derivative क्या है? 0. Okay. So after dou f by dou x, you will have to calculate dou square f upon dou x square. What is dou square f by dou x square? 3x square का derivative होता है 6x, 3y square का derivative 0 है, minus 6x का derivative minus 6 है. Similarly, calculate dou f upon dou y. What is the value of dou f by dou y? X cube derivative is 0. 3xy square, the derivative is nothing but 6xy minus what is the derivative of 3x square? X is treated as constant. Therefore, the derivative of minus 3x square is 0. Minus 3y square का derivative क्या है? Minus 6 into y. The derivative of 7 is 0. Okay? After calculating dou f by dou y, find out dou square f upon dou y square. Okay, so again you have to take the derivative of dou f upon dou y with respect to y to get the value of dou square f by dou y square. Okay, what is the derivative of 6xy? X is treated as constant, product है तो 6x को as it is आपको लिखना है. Derivative of y क्या होता है? Derivative of y is 1. Okay, minus what is the derivative of 6y students? 6y का derivative होता है 6 into 1 which you can write it as 6. Okay. What is the next value which we are supposed to calculate? Dou square f upon dou x into dou y. What is the meaning of dou square f by dou x dou y? इसको product derivative बताते हैं. Product derivative को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Dou by dou x of dou f upon dou y. This is the meaning. Okay. So, dou by dou x of, what is dou f by dou y? Dou f by dou y is nothing but 6xy minus 6y. Okay. So, when you are going to take the derivative of the function 6xy minus 6y with respect to x, you will be getting the value as 6 into y. Okay. So 6y constant है, x का derivative होता है 1. Therefore, the answer which you got is 6y. The derivative of minus 6y is 0 because it is treated as constant. Okay. So step number 1 we have completed. Okay. What is step number 2? Step number 2 is dou f by dou x is equal to 0 and dou f by dou y is equal to 0. दो equations को आपको solve करना है. Okay. सॉल्व क्यों करना है? स्टेशनरी पॉइंट्स आपको निकालना है. सो सेकेंड स्टेप इज यू हैव टू सॉल्व डो एफ बाई डो एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0 एंड डो एफ अपॉन डो वाई इज इक्वल टू 0. सो व्हाट आर द इक्वेशंस? 3x square plus 3y square minus 6x is equal to 0 is your first equation. What is your second equation? Second equation is 6xy minus 6y is equal to 0. Okay. So in this what is common you are finding? 6y is common. You can take it outside. You can write it as x minus 1 which is equal to 0. Okay. So this is nothing but your equation 2. If you observe from second equation, what is the value of x students? From the second equation, we have x minus 1 is equal to 0, meaning x is equal to 1, or you have 6y is equal to 0, therefore y is equal to 0 we can write. Okay. Now from the second equation we got x is equal to 1 or y is equal to 0. Next step is you have to substitute the value of x is equal to 1 in the first equation to get the stationary point. Similarly, you have to substitute y is equal to 0 in the first equation. Okay. So क्या करना है अभी? Substitute करना है. Substituting, say x is equal to 1, we will substitute in the first equation. So what we are going to get when x is equal to 1, then you will be getting, what is the value? X is 1 in 1, you will be getting 3x square plus 3y square minus 6x is equal to 0 में 3 you will be getting, then you have plus 3y square you are having and minus 6 is equal to 0, which can further be written as 1 plus y square minus 2 is equal to 0, meaning y square minus 1 is 0, y square is equal to 1. If y square is equal to 1, what is the value of y? Y is equal to plus minus 1. Okay. So what are the stationary points which you got here? When x is equal to 1, your y is equal to 1. So 1 comma 1 is one stationary point. Similarly, when x is equal to 1, your value of y is minus 1. Therefore, you can write 1 comma minus 1. Okay? So, you are having how many stationary points? When you have substituted the value of x is equal to 1 in the first equation, you got the value of y as plus minus 1. Okay? x अगर 1 है तो y भी 1 है, x का वैल्यू 1 है तो y का वैल्यू माइनस 1 है. Therefore 1 comma 1 and 1 comma minus 1 are the stationary points. Okay? Similarly, if you observe, what is the next one? Y is equal to 0 आपको put करना है. अगर y का वैल्यू 0 इक्वेशन 1 में put किया है, तो what is the answer which you will be getting here? So you will be getting x square 3x square minus 6x is equal to 0, which you can write it as x square minus 2x is equal to 0. This is nothing but x into x minus 2 is 0, meaning x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 2 you are getting. What do you mean by this, students? Whenever you are substituting the value of y is equal to 0, you can write when y is equal to 0, your x is equal to 0 you got and x is equal to 2 you got. Therefore, what are the stationary points? You got x 0 है तो y 0 है और x 2 है तो y 2 आया है. These are nothing but your stationary points. Okay? So put together how many stationary points you got for this particular example? 4 stationary points आपको मिला है. 4 stationary points क्या क्या है? 1 is 1 comma 1, 1 comma minus 1, 0 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. Okay? So these are your stationary points. So let us proceed further. For your convenience, you can just write it as, therefore, what are the stationary points which we got? 1 comma 1, 1 comma minus 1, and then you are having 0 comma 0, and then you have 2 comma 0 are the stationary points. ठीक है? स्टेशनरी पॉइंट्स कैसे निकालना है सबको आया है क्या? समझ में आया है? एक वैल्यू दूसरी इक्वेशन में सब्स्टिट्यूट करके आपको पॉइंट्स निकालना रहता है. ठीक है? सो अभी क्या करना है? आर टी माइनस एस स्क्वायर ग्रेटर देन 0 है कि नहीं आपको चेक करना है. तो आर क्या है? आर का फॉर्मूला क्या है? डो स्क्वायर एफ अपॉन डो एक्स स्क्वायर इज नथिंग बट योर आर विच इज 6x minus 6. Similarly, what is t? T is nothing but dou square f upon dou y square. Again, you got the value as 6x minus 6. Similarly, s क्या है? S is nothing but dou square f upon dou x dou y. The value which you got it is 6y. Okay. Now, let us draw a small table for our convenience. ठीक है? कितने cases है? 4 cases है. एक एक स्टेशनरी पॉइंट कंसिडर करके आर टी माइनस एस स्क्वायर 0 ग्रेटर देन 0 है कि नहीं आपको चेक करना है. ठीक है? तो फर्स्ट कॉलम स्टेशनरी पॉइंट्स लिखेंगे, सेकेंड कॉलम आर लिखेंगे. आर का वैल्यू कितना है? 6x minus 6. सिमिलरली राइट द नेक्स्ट कॉलम एज टी विच इज 6x minus 6 and the next column is s which is equal to 6y. Then you write rt minus s square. Okay? Whether it is greater than 0 or not, we need to check. And what is the final column? Whether it is maxima or minima, we need to check this. Okay? So how do we proceed, students? now पहला stationary point जो है ना -1 comma 1 कंसिडर करेंगे. 1 comma 1 का मीनिंग क्या है? x के जगह 1 पुट करना है, y के जगह 1 पुट करना है. सो अगर 6x minus 6 में x के जगह 1 पुट किया है तो वैल्यू क्या आएगा? 6 minus 6 which is nothing but 0. Similarly, here also you will be getting the value 0 because in place of x when you substitute 1 you will be getting the value as 0. s का वैल्यू क्या है? s is equal to you will be getting 6 because y is 1, 6 into 1 is 6. Similarly, r into t is 0 है, minus s square is minus 6 square which is 36. What is minus 36 students? Minus 36 is less than 0. मतलब बेसिक कंडीशन आर टी माइनस एस स्क्वायर जो ग्रेटर देन 0 होना चाहिए वो सेटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ है. सेटिस्फाई नहीं हुआ है तो 1,1 जो पॉइंट दिया है वो पॉइंट को हमको क्या लिखना है? सैडल पॉइंट वी विल हैव टू राइट. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सैडल पॉइंट? द फंक्शन f of x comma y is neither maximum nor minimum. That is the concept. Similarly, 1 comma minus 1 is the value. Okay, whenever you are substituting x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 1, your r is equal to 0, your t is equal to 0, your s is equal to minus 6 you are getting, क्योंकि y के जगह minus 1 put किया है. Similarly, what is rt minus s square? It is nothing but minus of minus 6 the whole square which is minus 36. Again it is less than 0. Since the condition is not satisfied, again we call the point 1 comma minus 1 as saddle point. Okay, two more points are there. Okay, 0 comma 0 अभी substitute करना है. 0 comma 0 x के जगह 0 पुट किया है तो r का वैल्यू क्या है? minus 6. Similarly, your t will be minus 6. And what is the value of s? When y is equal to 0, your s is equal to 0. Okay, rt minus s square will give you what? Minus 6 into minus 6 which is 36. 36 is greater than 0. If 36 is greater than 0, meaning rt minus s square is greater than 0. And what is the value of r? R is minus 6 which is less than 0. Okay, so r less than 0 है और rt minus s square greater than 0 है. इसके लिए function is going to have which value? The function is going to have maximum value. Okay, f of x comma y is going to have a maximum value at the point 0 comma 0. That is the meaning. The last point 2 comma 0. When you are substituting x is equal to 2, what you will be getting? 6 into 2, 12 minus 6 which is nothing but 6. And what is t? T is equal to 6. And what is your s? S is equal to 0 because y is equal to 0. Okay, what is rt minus s square again? You are getting 36 which is again greater than 0. And what is r students? R is 6 which is greater than 0. Since rt minus s square is greater than 0 and r is greater than 0, the function is going to have which value? We are going to have minimum value. Okay, f of x comma y has a minimum value and f of x comma y, to just write, has a in one case maximum value, in the other case minimum value. उसके बाद क्या करना है आपको? f max का वैल्यू निकालना है. f max at 0 comma 0 when you are substituting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in the function given, your final answer will be 7. इसी तरह f min का वैल्यू भी आपको निकालना है. मिनिमम वैल्यू कौन से पॉइंट में मिला है आपको? स्टेशनरी पॉइंट 2,0 में मिनिमम वैल्यू मिला है. इसके लिए f min at 2,0, the value is, you will be getting it as say 8 minus 12 plus 7 which is nothing but 3. Okay, so this is about maximum value and minimum value for the given function topic students. I hope you have followed the lecture. If you like this video lecture, please share and subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you so much.